Hello and welcome to the Selfish Podcast. In this episode, we're gonna not have a guest. It's a little bit different. And if you're watching on YouTube, there's actually a video to this, so you can check that out if you want. If you're listening by audio, still appreciate you. And I'm gonna be talking today about a little change up, a little shift in how I'm gonna be putting out my content over the next foreseeable future in terms of the podcast. Because as you may know, I recently upped my podcast schedule for Wednesdays and Sundays, and that was the same format, an hour-long interview getting in-depth and detail into individuals' lives and selves and their stories and journeys. And while doing that, I've also been doing my other content online, my YouTube videos, and like recently, just got my first book published. It's a short book, it's not a full-depth one. That one I'm working on, and that's going to be coming in the next, I was hoping June, but let's say maybe July. Yeah, because I'm really working hard on that, and it's going to be a lot more in depth. But I recommend go check out the self. Who am I? It's about purpose and identity of yourself and your life. And yeah, go check that out. I'll put a link in the description. You can buy it on Amazon as a paperback, and you can even download it as a PDF for free. You just go to lukegreenheart.com/free, and you can have it for free. But you can buy the paperback as well. And you can, there's a little bit in the back where you can take notes on your self-development journey, any insights and messages you have for yourself, or even affirmations. So yeah, so that book's coming out. What I'm thinking, what came to me yesterday morning as I was booking guests and sorting out the podcast, and I thought, you know what, I think I might change it up. I've always wanted to do a video podcast, but because of my surroundings, I don't always have good signal. So I was a little worried about, the quality and whether it's going to cut off, whether I have a strong enough signal to take in the video in a stream at the same time as recording. So since then, I've done a few on other people's and seen that it seems to be working. So what I'm going to do is every Wednesday's episode is going to be a shorter video episode. Yeah, we're going to call this Obstacles to Opportunities. So 15 to 30 minutes long, I'm going to interview individuals on some form of obstacle in their life that they've transformed into an opportunity for themselves. Now that opportunity could be for their just self-development and growth, could be for work, could be for a relationship, whatever their perception of opportunity is and their obstacle. So drop a comment, does that sound interesting? Would you tune into that? Do you prefer video? Do you prefer audio? Let me know. You can comment on my YouTube channel, but if you're an audio listener, you can even send a message on most of the apps, or you can go onto my Instagram at Luke_Greenheart and drop me a DM there and let me know how you prefer to listen to the content. So that's what I'm thinking of doing now. It's opportunity. I was going to say obstacle to opportunity. And I think that's, like, to me, as I was writing this book, The Self, Who Am I? There's a big part of that which is called intention for opportunity. And if you break down the word opportunity, what does it feel to you? What does it mean to you? I see two different things I talk about in the book. Is offer, to tune for unity. That comes to my mind first. That comes into my presence first. Yeah, so to that I break down. It's an offer, like someone's offering you something. Something's offering you something. Yeah, it's your choice to take it or not. To tune, like an instrument. An instrument in tune plays a beautiful song. It's harmonic, has harmony. Yeah, so that's about tuning for harmony. And unity, that's quite easy. Unity, that's when things are working harmonized together. And I think of it internally, as in the mind, the body, and the life force you are, the self. So an opportunity is to have that sight that you see an offer in your experience to harmonize yourself in the relationship between your mind, body, and self. That's a big part of what I talk about in the book, as well as if you just break the word down even simpler, to operation. And that's like a strategized approach. And then you've got port. Port is to carry, like export, import. Yeah, that port means carry. Harbors are ports, they carry boats. Yeah, so that port is to carry. And again, unity. The easy one is unity. So you're on a strategized operation, action, to bring in harmony for unity. Yeah, now some people may look externally for this. I like to always work internally. I found that letting go of the external, and it doesn't mean you're concerned or you're not concerned with it. It doesn't mean you're carefree. It means if I concentrate on my internal, my attitude, my feelings, my mind, my clarity, how smooth and enjoyable I feel life, how beautiful is the song I'm playing moment to moment. I concentrate on that, take awareness of that. And the external, I only look for influence. Where can I be of optimum influence into the external? So that's why I have a YouTube channel, a podcast, and now a book, and what else have I got? Social media, all the different things that I'm putting out there, as well as presence and reactions with people in real life. It's all about that influence. And I have no control or expectations on how the individuals react, receive, what they do in their life. It's your choice. I can offer influence. I had a beautiful message from someone the other day called Cool Beans. So Cool Beans, if you're watching. And I got the reference as well, so I think he or she, I'm not even sure, was really happy with that, because it's an old film called Hot Rod that I saw a long time ago that I really enjoyed. This comedy, and that was a big part of it, when it's a bit about Cool Beans, and someone commented on my channel the other day talking about that. So yeah, it's beautiful to be able to touch people all around the world with the influence, to not teach them, to not be their instructor, but to be on a level. I always say, like, if you're to look up to someone, that means you must be either looking down on yourself or looking down to others, because there's always going to be that judgment. You're either looking up or looking down. I want to look straight. I want to look straight at you. I think that's an optimum flow of exchange. So I don't see myself as better or worse, as higher or lower. And I don't see you that way. I see that you're the same. You're no different, no worse, no better. And we're all on a path of self-development and growth. That we're not on a path of healing. Now, if you've heard some of the episodes, that's come up a few times, that healing, you need to heal. To me, that's an expectation. But one day you're going to be healed. That'll feel a certain way, and you'll finally be satisfied. Whereas, until this ends, and whatever happens after that, who knows, but you're going to get to a stage where you feel great, but you'll be looking for something else. You'll be like, if I can get here, I want to get further. So you're not still growing. To me, you're just on a path of development. I also don't like the word improvement, self-improvement. Because to me, to improve something means it's not good enough right now, it needs improving. Whereas to develop something, it's like, it's good right now, but I can build upon it. It can be greater, but it's good enough. So I want you to know you are good enough right now, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever life is feeling like or doing for you, that you feel life's happening for you, not to you. Offering you gifts of opportunity for you to tune that unity within with your mind, body and self. And again, if this sounds like you're nodding your head and going, yeah, that makes sense to me. And if you're saying, no, I don't get this at all. Either way, I really recommend you go check out my book. Who am I? The Self. So make sure it's in the description. I'll drop it in the comments. You can go to lukegreenheart.com/free and get a free copy. But it's available on Kindle for about $3, I think. And you can buy it on paperback for like I think it's around $10 or $13. I think, you know what, it's $12, $22. I remember, because I like the 222. So that's up there. And you can buy that because there's a lot of value in it. I put a lot of my heart, mind, and energy and just authenticity to try and shine a light of direction, inspiration, and guidance in the form of, if you know your identity, to some form of clarity. That's self-empowerment, self-confidence. And if you feel you have purpose in this earth, if you feel there's a purpose to your life, that's like a direction. And so you want to have direction. If you haven't got direction, you can do all the development tools in the world and become super powerful and have loads of function and energy and joy, but that's going to go all over the place. And then you just keep going back and forth between trying to get yourself stable, doing loads of stuff, crashing, looking for inspiration, motivation, back and forth. Because if you don't have a clear purpose, if you don't feel you have direct purpose, that energy is just going to go every direction it can. So that's why the very first book I created was called The Self, to identify yourself and to get direction in your purpose. My wish and my blessing, if that's a word, my wish and my blessing is that you find an inner harmony within, that you have clarity in your identity, and you feel a purpose for your life, a real purpose, that you're here, and it's worthy, and you have value, self-worth, self-love, and then we build power. And that's the book I'm writing at the moment still. It's called The Power of Self, because power is like charged energy. Yeah, so to charge that energy up and not have clear direction, I think it's going to be wasteful, or it could even be harmful. Yeah, but power with direction and focus to a purpose of service, to bring harmony, to bring balance into what your service is. And like I said, read the book to gain more clarity on how I identify the 3 pillars of service, or 3 pillars of purpose. Yeah, and find out which you are. Drop a comment if you've read the book. I'd love to know what's your pillar of purpose. If you're wondering what a pillar of purpose is, and I'm starting to sound like a tongue twister right now, yeah, if you know what yours is, drop it in the comment, or go read the book so you can find yours. But that's all about finding that, and I believe that every single person has it's only 3 choices. At the core, this is the direction. Now, your uniqueness and your experience is where you hone in on, really give your unique service, but to one of them 3 pillars, one of them 3 core foundations of service. Yeah, so if you know yours, that gives you a sense of direction, you know where you're going. So you can then build that power in the next book and really start to learn tools to optimize your structure, your physique. Yeah, so you've got flow and function in your body. Yeah, to optimize your mind, so you're not getting clutter and flowing through you and erratic thoughts that are distracting you from being of optimum service towards your potential. Yeah, so that's what that's going to cover. And again, more clarity on self. There's going to be like loads of tips on self-love practices. There's going to be body posture exercise that I'm calling this is a real tongue twister, yeah. It's called the Powerful Purposeful Poses. Try and say that fast 5 times. Powerful Purposeful Poses. Yeah, and these are things that are methods and techniques that I have had in my life that just made the world of difference to my function, my attitude, my love for life, my productivity. So I'm really excited to share this information with you and to see what it does for you. This is part of my service and all directing to my pillar of service. Can you guess what mine is? If you've read the book and you know what the 3 are, what do you reckon my pillar of purpose is? Yeah, try and have a guess. I think you know. So yeah, so that's what that book's going to be about, and I'm really excited for that one because it's a lot more in depth. And it's been a process because I don't like to label myself with anything. I don't like to have labels. But I've been told that I have dyslexia. And whatever that is, I always have seen words and struggled with language when I was young, like reading and writing, and even signposts when I'm driving or in shops and products. I remember walking with my brother and I'd always say the word that I see, and he would laugh because it's like I would know after a second. I'd see it, read something totally different. It would jumble up a little bit, and then I would see what it really says when I concentrate a little bit more. And I remember him laughing, and it was always funny. But that structure, so to write a book and to proofread. So apologies, you find spelling, grammar mistake. Yeah, I just want to be of service and get it out. But I did my best to try and go through this and check it all and make it as optimum as possible for you. Yeah, and as I grow, but I've enjoyed the process. It's been a beautiful experience. It's different to talking on video, you know, because you write it down and you go through and try and make it even more optimum, make sure it's got clarity in intention in actual words, keeping it as short as possible but as in depth as possible, and then building upon that to make sure someone's actually going to really know what you're saying. Whereas when you're in video, you've got tone, you've got a person here so you can see me. Yeah, so there's different layers, whereas it's words on a page. It's like, you ever notice that someone can get a message, like a text message on their phone, and they'll read it in a tone, and you can read it in a totally different tone. And depending on what attitude you see on the person that sent you the message, you can take it in totally different contexts to what the person's real intention was. So that's the difference with books. So hopefully if you're reading my book and you already know me, that you know I'm coming from a loving, beautiful place of service with no judgment on you. So you can read the book openly and authentically. Is that a word? Am I saying that right? Open and authentic. Then you can read it clearly. So yeah, that's was the writing process. But the other book, like I aimed for July, I think it's going to be, I aimed for June, sorry, I think it's going to be July. But that's what I'm working on next. And I started a new project as well, where I'm doing what I'm calling the Green Heart Growth Program. Yeah, and this is like where I can get one-on-one with people, because I love the podcast and connecting with people, but so many don't want to, say, put their story and connect and share for others to see. So I'm offering a free call. It's called a free growth call. You can go to lukegreenheart.com/let's grow. Yeah, and I'll put the link in the description as well. And if you go there, you can book a free 15-minute call where we'll just get to know each other. And ideally, I want you to read the book. Like I said, it's free. You can download it and it won't take you long to read it. Depending on how fast you read, 30 minutes to 1 hour. Yeah, there's questions in there and answers like for yourself. But if you've got that as your structure before the call, that will really help us optimize your growth. Yeah, and then it's building into a program of actual structured one-on-one sessions I'm going to be doing with people, where it'll be like video calls. These are private. This isn't shared for anyone else. This is so people can individually optimize their growth. And we can share and connect and work out a program to optimize your physical structure, optimize your mind, yeah, clarify yourself and your purpose, and get that productivity and love for life. And I know working one-on-one with people in reality, how much difference that means to just do these certain things and techniques. I said the core of my Green Heart Growth Program is the WTF method. Yeah, the powerful, purposeful poses, yeah, and the way of the intercepting thought. Yeah, and you'll read more about all them techniques in my next book. So it's a bit long to go into them all now, but they're the 3 pillars of the Green Heart Growth Program. And optimizing yourself and your structure and your body, your mind, harmonizing your life. And this is despite whatever's happening in the external world. My goal is to get you into a state where if something chaotic happens externally, that you can still function and feel a sense of joy within. Be productive in that moment. Yeah, like you may have noticed some people that get thrown off when one thing doesn't go to plan. Then they become completely chaotic, unproductive. It takes them a long time to recover. You may be like that. Yeah, and in which case this is optimum for you, because you don't need to be. It doesn't have to be that way. And it is a form of practicing and training to change that. So I can't wait to go through that process with you. See the change and growth in your self-development, so you can thrive and love life. But yeah, so that's the program I'm working on at the moment, and you'll see a lot more of that content coming soon. Yeah, and you're going to see the Wednesday calls I'm aiming at the moment. Next Wednesday won't just be me talking like this. Next Wednesday I'm going to have a guest. I have no idea who it is. There's still going to be a podcast episode this Sunday. Yeah, so this Sunday, go make sure you still check out, listen to or watch the podcast episode, normal time. And then Wednesday will be Obstacles to Opportunities video with someone. Who knows who yet? Yeah, so maybe you want to be on it. Drop me a message. You can always email me at luke@greenheartstore.com is my best place to contact me if you want my personal email to actually interact and connect. Yeah, or you can, other ways, you can go on my website, lukegreenheart.com, and there's a contact form on there, as well as all the information on my mission and my service. I'm working on updating it because it needs a little reviving, freshening up. But you go lukegreenheart.com/free, yeah, to get your free ebook. There'll also be a link on there soon, so you can go straight to Amazon. But if you go on Amazon, whatever country you're in, and just type Luke Greenheart in the search bar, you'll see my podcast, but you'll also see the book TheSelf by Luke Greenheart. Yeah, and you can check that out on Kindle or on paperback. So I truly appreciate you for listening, for being here. can't wait to start this new Wednesday show. It's going to be fun, it's going to be interesting, and I think you being able to see the guests and their face and body language and tone all together in a video is going to be really powerful. But it's also going to go up on the podcast platform, on normal audio, on Apple, on Amazon, on Google, I can't name them all, Spotify, it's on all of them. All the main ones. So you can still listen to it there. And I have one more, not issue, but they do seasons. So when you upload your podcast, you choose seasons. Whereas this is going to be like a second season, but I'm still continuing the first season. So I'm not sure how this works technically, but this is going to be, say, season 2 video podcasts, obstacles to opportunities. But season 1's still continuing. Yeah, that's still going to continue. So I'll see how that works on the actual platforms, whether it starts to look a mess or not. You let me know, is it easy to follow or not? But don't forget, go Luke Greenheart on Instagram, Luke_Greenheart. You'll know it's me because you'll see my face, you'll see a load of cats, a dog, and some beautiful scenery. It's just my lifestyle behind the scenes. I put up daily stories and what else? I put up reels and pictures and podcast stuff. But that's just my way of just sharing stuff to people. That's just lifestyle. Nothing too much, nothing too in depth. Whereas YouTube's my place I like to share and connect with you and talk about personal experiences, perceptions, and life in more detail. Yeah, so really appreciate you being here. The listeners, I appreciate you listening. For you on YouTube watching, appreciate you watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. It really helps, and just drop a comment, even if it just tell me where in the world are you. I'm so interested to know. It's beautiful to know how we can connect in an instant all around the world. What a time we live in. There's always chaos going on, but there's beautiful things happening at the same time. So truly appreciate you. Have a beautiful day, and thank you for being here.